touch this pen. I saw this place. Someplace amazing. And it felt like anything was possible. And then it was gone.
The film is inspired by an old Disneyland blueprint. How did such a simple document inspire such a big story?
There were these guys called the Imagineers in the early days of Disney Studios, and certainly in building the theme park, and their entire job was just to imagine things. And we saw a blueprint of the It's a Small World attraction, and there was supposedly this hidden structure that they had planned to build underneath it, but we didn't know what it was for. And so then we triggered our imaginations and said, well, why would you hide something underneath the It's a Small World ride? Well, it must be a secret ride. That became the jumping off point for the film.
I love the vision of the future, especially at the gravity pools. Which part of imagining the future did you find most exciting?
I love the jetpacks and I love the funny robots and stuff, but I also really liked all the transportation devices, because that's my favorite thing.
To prepare, you trained in swimming, gymnastics, wire work and martial arts. How much of this physical preparation helps you when you're acting?
All of it really, because there was a lot of stunts, so I got to train for months and months, and kind of made me a lot more stronger.
Your character's always pushing Frank and making him angry. Did you enjoy working with him?
We would always have a laugh on set and have a lot of fun together, so it wasn't just always serious all the time, we always had fun together.
Okay. Where possibilities are endless, how did you plot a storyline about the future that is still realistic?
Well, I think that if you're going to show a future that is bright and happy, you need to also say to the audience, but there's this other future that exists where things are much darker. And I think that's the future that a lot of us are being shown much more often. And so the path to utopia has to pass through dystopia, but the future is not something that happens to us, it's something that we can make happen too. And the way that you achieve a more positive future is that you inspire people. So hopefully this movie shows at least an alternative to what everybody else has been seeing in the more dystopian views.
There's a really strong message about the tiniest of actions have a huge impact on the future. What effect do you think this will have on your younger audiences?
You know, the tiniest of actions can do anything, and I think young people, you know, because there's so much to be had, there's so many endless possibilities, it can be overwhelming. And it doesn't have to be big things, but it can be small, and if it means something, then it can matter, and it can come to life.
To see Tomorrowland. Here it comes.